What's going on, everybody? We're back. 2020 Ford Explorer ST, and we're doing a larger thermal R&D 3-inch exhaust. There's a thermal R&D 2.5-inch exhaust. So I'm gonna have audio clips to help you figure out which one you like better, and if there's even a sound difference. I don't know if there is or not. I'm just doing the work, okay? Don't blame me for this if it sounds exactly the same, okay? So like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Help me out with this algorithm, and let's get into it. Step one, jack up the car so you can get underneath to the exhaust. Here's everything lined up. So there's pink bags, clear bags, and that is the parts that go together, right? So all the clear bags, all the pink bags, and that guy obviously goes in the middle, just so you can see what I'm talking about, pink and clear. So from the down pipes, that's 15, that's 15, 15, 15. All these clamps are 15, all the way back. If anyone wants this exhaust and you live in New Mexico or Phoenix, hit me up. Doesn't have a whole bunch of miles on it. He just wanted the bigger one because bigger is better. Pretty self-explanatory. Once you take the clamps off, you can undo, slide it out. So I did these two first. Now I just have the clamps here. I'm going to tighten these up so the clamps don't, get lost. Then we're going to come back here, undo these two clamps, and take this centerpiece out. So what we got so far, like that, we're going to leave, we're going to leave this pipe bolted the way it was. Take a 10mm and pull this bolt out that holds this back mount. Make our lives easier. And the very last thing we're going to do, while someone's holding it from all falling down or whatever, we're going to pop it out of this hanger, and then this whole unit will come out as a single piece. Grab the pipe that's straight, has a little 90, then the flex, then a 90, 45, whatever you want to call it. That goes on the driver's side with a 2.5-inch clamp here. This is all still loose because we need to get it all placed before we start tweaking it. The passenger side has this weird S-bend pipe that then has the flex and then bends over here, and they both end like right there. Now, I'm gonna come over here, grab your resonator deal, and we're gonna slide these little dicky-doos here into this bushing section here. See that bushing section? We're going to slide the dicky-doos in there. I give you 6 of these clamps. Grab 2 right now. And the 2 you have, you're going to grab 1 like so. Spin it so the bolts are on the outside. Slide it all the way on like that. And then put 1 on this side where the bolts are on the outside. And then we're going to lift them, line them up, slide this halfway over. So a half is on this pipe, half is on this pipe. So we're noticing right now that these mounts aren't pushed forward enough. So we're thinking because he has the aftermarket cats that it's not going forward enough. So we may have to cut a little here to have the pipe move farther forward. We'll try a couple different things, but for now we need to mock it all up. So we got this holding that up, and we have these clamps halfway like so, and we need to hook up the rest of these pipes though, so that we can see if it truly has to go backwards or if that hanger is just too short, right? So once we get this piece in and the clamps set in you know, loosely like these, we'll be able to tell. And I'll let you know, obviously. There's a resonator. You push these two into the bushings. Grab the clamps. For this one, we're going to want the clamp bolts, the same thing. We'll just do them on the outside. Should be plenty of room. Slide it all the way over, then go like so. Ta-da! Place this muffler here. It has just a little bend and a short pipe here, and then it lines up like so. And then I'm putting these bolts for both of these are going to be on the inside because we have a bunch of room there. So we're just going to line them up, push it together. Like I said, keep everything loose because we're going to have to tweak the crap out of everything. We have the other muffler, has to bend the opposite way of this, so you can't really mess it up. It only really fits one way. And put the clamp here, and then we're going to lift it up, but it seems like everything lined up except for this. So I need to figure out what's going on this way and tap these pipes back or angle it. Maybe it needs to just rotate like that. So I'm gonna need 2 hands to figure it out, but you just want to massage all the parts. You finesse it in. Let me do that and we'll see what it looks like. None of this is torqued down. Rotating this pulls the tip in to bring it, you know, closer away from that. So now we're gonna start from the front, work our way back. So we're going to just make sure over here, I'm going to tap these pipes this way, make sure they're fully seated onto the down pipes, and then make sure they're level. So they should be level, and when you look at this here, they should just be level side to side. And then I'll torque down these clamps here and here, as well as these clamps here after pushing this resonator back as hard as I can. So I used a grinder with a sandpaper wheel, and the one that was the shortest distance, I mounted it to this, you know, made it nice, so now at least it's sitting decent. Then what I did was, this clamp wasn't here, I ground the edge of this pipe until it lined up with the setup from this one, which was, I mean, not that much, 1/16 of an inch maybe. And now these are all torqued down. That one, these two. So next we come back here. I had to move this hardware to the inside because it was going to hit this heat shield here. So just make sure when you mount this all that you have clearance between everything. So the diff, I'm going to lower this down a little bit actually. So now we got clearance from the diff, the bolt up there, nothing here, nothing there. Just make sure it's all nice and clean here. When you get back to this section, this pipe should sit where this bend is horizontal. It shouldn't be bound up. So this one is seated in. It looks level. Everything looks level. So I'm going to torque down this guy next. I'm just going to give this a little push to the front of the vehicle and torque those down. I really had to play a lot with this to get it to fit. I had to grind this coupling, not the coupler, but where the pipes touch, I had to grind like 1/16 of an inch off the muffler pipe. The driver's side seemed to work perfect. So we got gaps here, not touching anywhere. So just go through after the fact, make sure you're not touching anything, right? This is, I wish this was sticking through farther. If I have to, next time, I'll cut these welds, scoot this thing forward and re-weld it myself. But I shouldn't have to do that when shit costs this much money. You know, this is all the way forward. This is all the way forward. They're not going back any farther. And if I did go back farther, it would shrink this clearance here, because, right, if this goes back, then this, because of the bend, will come closer here. And then it wouldn't really line up with these, which these are perfect, like vertically, right? That one and that one, right? These are not like pushed forward or backward, they're straight down. It all looks good. You twist the muffler one way or the other, and that changes the position of where these tips will be coming, because it changes the position of this bend here. So play with that. You're going to want to leave all this a little loose, so you get all that done. Get these on the hangers, and you do the mufflers last, and then you're sort of just playing with it, tweaking, spinning the mufflers left and right to get the output with the tips where you want them. You know, you want like pretty much a finger width up here. This one's a little tight. This one's like a pinky instead of like a middle finger. The only way to get that lower is to raise this point up, which tilts the muffler down. But you can't really lift this up, because then you're taking the weight off of this, and it's already pretty much off, see? So the only other thing I could think of is cutting this weld, lowering this exactly where we want it. So it'd be like a 1/4 inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch here, where this would be pushed up 1/8 of an inch, and the muffler would come down 1/8 of an inch. Then re-weld that. Decent fit. I mean, the metal looks like decent quality. The welds are okay. If you're a beginner, don't do this, okay? If you're a beginner, listen to me. Take this to a shop, okay? We don't need you screwing up the whole exhaust. Just take it to a shop if you're a beginner. I've done, I don't know, 30, 40 exhausts like this, the bolt-in ones, and I had to grind the hell out of this one. You could probably see by my face. Got a bunch of dust on it, so I'm gonna have to go wash my face real good. This is the moment you waited for. Let's see what they sound like. Old 2.5 versus new 3-inch, okay? Hopefully you liked how the two different exhausts sound. So if you want it louder with more whistle, 3-inch. If you want it more quiet, 2.5-inch. Okay? Thanks for watching another video, everybody. Hopefully this video saved you some money. Hopefully my steps were detailed enough for beginners to do. And hopefully you're happy with it. So if you are, like, share, subscribe. Till next time, wrench on.